Hey, so let's talk. Let's talk about self-doubt. I know that it's a big word, it's something that people ask me about all the time. It's something that gets talked about all over the online space, damn near fucking constantly. So let's talk about it. For anybody who's new here, welcome. I'm so excited to have you and to meet you. If you're new, I am Debbie Joe. I'm the facilitator and creator of this community. I'm a life coach. I've been working for 6 years now in a variety of areas. My passion has always been in helping people really uncover their deep goals and figure out how to make those a reality. And now one of the biggest things that I do is I help people who are successful. Like, you've put in the work, you have worked your ass off to get where you are, and how can you celebrate that and then build a life around that? For most of you, it's going to be a successful business. How do you build a life around that successful business that really allows you to celebrate and enjoy all of the success that you've created and to feel fucking amazing about it? So let's talk about self-doubt. For starters, self-doubt is probably one of the number one things that people talk about as a thing that's holding them back. And I hear people talk about it all the time. And listen, I am no stranger to self-doubt. I am full of it. I resisted owning the fact that I have been coaching for 6 years because it felt like I used to be a corporate coach. I worked in a nonprofit organization and I coached people in employment, and I wasn't counting that because it wasn't online, because it wasn't high level or high ticket or whatever other things. And I doubted that I could really provide the kind of support that people really needed. And here's what's funny. Those doubts came up even after I had clients literally telling me, like, I have a folder on my computer of client feedback. I had supervisors who were constantly telling me that I was really fucking good at my job. And yet, these self-doubt thoughts kept coming up. And I did all the work, you guys. I did so many journaling exercises. I did so many meditations. I did all this shit, trying so hard to eliminate self-doubt and to just get rid of it. And finally, I was sitting there thinking, like, how in the fuck am I going to get rid of this? This is like the number one thing. Everybody wants to get rid of self-doubt. And if I can unlock the secret to getting rid of self-doubt, then I can teach other people, and that's going to change the fucking world. Because so many people are out here ready to like change people's lives. Like, I have watched people that I coached with, I've watched other coaches working with their clients, and I have literally watched how these lives get completely changed. And that ripple effect is how we change the world. Like, you change one person's life, then they're going to go out and change one person's life. And then before you know it, the entire fucking world is changed. And happy people, to quote my girlfriend Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, happy people just don't shoot their husbands. Like, happy people feel better. They give more. Happy people are able to infect other people with their happiness. Like, happy people are just able to make a better life and a better world. And that's what I want. And I'm literally watching this happen and still unable to fully own the fact that it's happening. So finally I decided, what if I can't get rid of self-doubt? What if it's not a thing that you can get rid of? Because what if that's the natural state of being? And I dug into this a little bit, and I thought a lot about this. And here's the thing. Your brain is designed to keep you alive. That's what it does. I have a background in psychology, but you don't really even need one to understand that your brain's central focus is keeping your ass alive. Because if you're not alive, you can't procreate, you can't live. Like, that's all it does. All it's trying to do is keep you alive. And one of the central things your brain uses to keep you alive is fear. Doubt and fear are sister emotions because your brain also does not understand context. Most of your brain's like processes. Most of your thinking happens in your lizard brain. It's in the back. It does not have the ability to process context. It does not do complicated thinking. It does not do complex thought. None of that. So if most of your thinking is happening back there in that very primal survival, live or die part of your brain, and if doubt is very similar to fear, your brain is using doubt and fear to try and keep you alive. Sorry about them. So your brain is literally using doubt and fear to try and keep you alive. When it feels fear, it tells you to stop. Because what's happening in your brain is that your brain is going, I'm afraid, which means I could die. So we need to stop, slow down. We need to reevaluate. And most of its reevaluation is to just not do anything. But that's not what you want. But all self-doubt really means is that your brain is functioning correctly. It means your brain is doing exactly what brains are supposed to do. It's trying to keep you alive. So if that's true, then we don't really need to eliminate self-doubt. We don't really need to fight self-doubt even. Self-doubt is just trying to keep you alive. And all you have to do is answer it. So when you feel that self-doubt, what if instead of thinking, oh, I'm feeling self-doubt, I need to get rid of it, you thought, okay, I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Good to know. And kept going. It's not about removing self-doubt from your life or eliminating self-doubt from ever happening. It's about using self-doubt for exactly what it really is, information. And as soon as you take away the power that self-doubt has and you don't stress your brain the fuck out because you're trying to like eliminate it, something magical happens. It just becomes part of your day. So now when I feel self-doubt creeping up, because guess what? It's going to happen, you guys. Like, you don't have to worry about self-doubt. You don't have to be afraid of self-doubt coming up because, spoiler alert, it's coming. It's going to come up. It's going to happen all the time. Every time you hit a new level, self-doubt is going to resurface in your life. Because again, your brain's trying to keep you alive, and a new comfort zone feels very much like, or a new level, a new zone outside of your comfort zone feels very much like something that could kill you to your brain because it's stupid. So now when those thoughts of self-doubt come up, instead of freaking out and raising my cortisol and raising all my stress hormones, trying to get rid of the self-doubt or figure out where it's coming from or how I'm going to eliminate it, now all I do is say, that's a thing. Thanks for the info. And then I keep going on with what I'm doing. It's the second part that causes problems. When you feel self-doubt, that's your brain functioning exactly like it's supposed to function. It means nothing. The self-doubt doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean anything about what you're doing. It literally just means that you're doing something different. And different's not a bad thing. Different, in fact, can be the best thing you'll ever do. So that's my biggest mindset shift around self-doubt, that it just is. And it doesn't mean anything. It's not something to be eliminated. It's not something to be afraid of. It actually just means that your brain is working exactly the way that it's supposed to, that everything's functioning correctly. And for me, self-doubt has actually become my green light. Self-doubt has become, when I feel that self-doubt creeping up, I'm like, okay, good. We're in new territory here. This is great. And then I get moving. And that's how, I guess you could say it's eliminated. I wouldn't say that. I would say that I've made friends with my self-doubt. I have changed what self-doubt means to me, which has completely changed how I interact with it and has it's made it no longer a thing to be feared or a thing to stop me. So if this was helpful for you, if you got something out of it, definitely let me know. I love to hear what you guys resonate with. I love to hear what works for you. If this was new information, let me know. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.